Throughout Vlogmas and December, I am gonna be focusing on 2 very special projects, and we're gonna do them together from scratch. So this will be exciting. But we can't do any of that without a clean space. So let's tidy up. This video is a bit of a reset for December. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Evie. I am a wildlife artist and I run my small business from home, where I make predominantly enamel pins and sticker sheets, but we're also heading into very exciting times in terms of products in 2025. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Let's do this.
I was lost in the art of a foreign nation, in a shop to escape the rain, not to have a conversation. And that's the moment you step in to find some shelter too. Don't get a word you're saying by girl. Her eyes are reading new, 'cause I don't know what your lips are saying. Don't get a word, but it's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. And just a small hello, so that we can say it doesn't sound like much, but it's enough to make me stay. Just a small hello, but more than 1,000 words, 'cause it's a small hello that made my world flip and turn. And then the rain was thick and still, it started pouring. We just ignored the flood and laughed. Roaring, 'cause the drumming of the rain cannot compare with 2 heartbeats speeding like a train at 3,000 feet and 'cause I don't know.
We made decent progress. Progress is almost always good. I'm pausing for a little bit because I need to pack orders before the postie gets here. If you are one of the people who placed an order in my end of year sale, thank you so much. I want you all to know that there's never any pressure to buy from my shop or anything like that. You watching this video right now supports my small business so much, and I am so grateful to you. However, I wanted to give a shout out in case any of you did place an order in my end of year sale. It is many hours later, and we have a template. So my main template is just called a monthly tracker. At the moment I don't have anything inspiring kind of written. It's just key focus areas for the month of December 2024. I've added my blue ringed octopus drawing because that's one that I really like, and I wanted to kind of fuel the creative process that I have in December. I don't really have any kind of Christmassy art, so maybe that's something to work on in the future. So in this first column, I have a bit of a random lineup. First, I have a menu where you can see all the sub pages. So right now I just have one. It's for my shop update that I'll be planning in December for January. We'll be doing a lot of that together during Vlogmas, of course. Then I have this tab of upcoming markets, and I only have 4 markets in December. I had MCM as well, so actually maybe I should put that in. And then when they're done, I can just do a strike through. The next one under here is stockists, and I haven't really added the full names because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to kind of reveal it yet. I'm pretty sure I am, but I need to restock because some of my items sold out at Solo Craft Fair in Brixton. If you are in the area, you can buy some of my items there. And then I have 3 other new stockists that I'm going to be joining as well. So I've already signed the contracts with most of them, and I just need to do my spreadsheets and send my products over. So that's going to be exciting. So that's stockist. And then I have these things that I haven't really filled out. I got a classes I want to take because I'm always finding new classes and then I forget about them. So I want to make sure that I focus on self-learning, even if it's just like 10 minutes a day, something like that. I really want to focus on that. And I always find that I am at my most energetic and creative when I start my day with a little tutorial or a class. Even if it's not something that I can continue working on for the rest of the day, it's just something in me really loves school. Next, I have things that I want to draw, and I actually have quite a bit of things here. I want to save some to fill in with you. One is my sweet potato plant, which is in my office, and I just love seeing it grow so much, so I want to do a little sticker sheet of it. And when I was at MCM, I got quite a few requests for species, and some of them fit in really well with my January shop update. So the first one, a basking shark. And then a lot of people loved my whale shark. It seemed to be a filter feeding shark kind of crowd in Birmingham. But yeah, a lot of people loved my whale shark pin, but they asked for sticker sheets, and I don't actually have a whale shark sticker sheet. So I want to design a whale shark sticker sheet or sticker pack, one of those two. For now, these are the ones that I really want to draw, and yeah, I just wanted to have a place to write them down. If I don't write them down, then they stick in my head all day, and I'm over focusing on what I could be doing rather than what I'm doing in the moment. So I feel like if I just have a place to write it down, to dump it like a brain dump, then it's out of my head onto paper, and I know that it's there. I'm not gonna forget, so I can stop thinking about it. All right, we're moving into the very exciting center column. Very big. So here I've started with a little bit of a blurb almost, in order to try to get myself to just focus on things. I have said in December I want to focus on, and I try to limit myself to 3 to 5 things. So I want to focus on designing my January shop update. I technically also want to do make the products, but we have to see how much there's time for. I'm trying to be realistic, and I'm not always good at that. I'm gonna try to be realistic. Number 2, Vlogmas. Of course, we're doing Vlogmas, and that's gonna take so much of my time, but I'm really excited to do it. So that is gonna be a big one, a big focus for December. And number 3 is that I want to get back into a rhythm of consistently posting on social media. I'm putting a big focus on Instagram for this, but I'm also gonna focus on my other platforms. Obviously, YouTube and Vlogmas, that's a big focus in itself, but when I say social platforms, I think all of the littler platforms, I suppose, the ones with smaller content. And my Instagram used to be on fire, but when you take a break, it your engagement rate just deep dives. That sucks in many ways, but the good news is that if you just get back into that regular schedule, then you'll fly right back up in a couple of weeks. It's pretty much a given. If you show up consistently and you work on improving your content every time you do it, or almost every time, it's almost a given that you'll see growth and success from it. It's just time and work, but it's achievable, and I'm excited. I want to get back into it. I've had my Instagram on fire before, I'm gonna get back to it. Okay. And then in addition, I have important tasks that I also need to focus on, things that my brain might not automatically tune in to think, oh, I want to do these things, but internally I know that I do want to do these things. So I've put them in a slightly different bracket, but they are still in my 5 or 3 to 6 or whatever focus areas. I just felt like they needed a separate place. So my important tasks that I need to focus on is I need to product prep and pack my Deep Sea Dreamer Kickstarter. I want to get that all done in December, so that when the postal rush slows down at the start of January, I can send that out to my backers and my pre-order customers, because they have been waiting for so long, and I'm so embarrassed that it's taken so long. But hopefully they will really love the end result of it. And then sending out digital Patreon rewards for previous months that I haven't sent out. And it's terrible that I haven't sent these out, because they are almost done. I finished them 95% for each month, and then I've panicked and started the next month because the next month is almost up. And it's just this vicious cycle where I never finish anything. So Patreon rewards are being finished this month. Now that I have my focus areas, I have made myself justify why I want to do them. So by focusing on these things, I am setting myself up for success, because... And then I've written these things, which I won't read them all out to you. They're a bit boring, or you can pause the video here and read them on the screen. But I wanted to have this section where I can clarify to myself, why am I doing these things? Are they driving me forward in a direction that I want to move forward in? And if the answer is no to that, then that shouldn't be a focus area. That is how I'm thinking I'm gonna operate, both in December and probably in 2025. My mind is so sporadic and it's just not the most organized of places, and so I need something like that. You know, someone who questions me and says, why are you doing this? If I can't give it a good reason, then, you know, I gotta go back and edit. I like this. I feel like if you find that terrifying or a bit of a bummer, then don't do it. But for me, I thrive on stuff like this. Moving on, and I won't go into details about these too much, but my next question is, once I have achieved these things, I will have time to focus on the things I want to do in January. So that is kind of giving myself a bit of a reward. And I'm also saying, look, I know you want to do these things now, you can't because you have other things, other commitments to do. But if you complete these, then you can focus on these things. I'm training my inner child. Okay, so we covered the middle section at the top here. My task board is very basic at the moment. I haven't really fleshed it out, but I have made a group for every one of my like key focus areas. So I've got a Patreon group, I got a shop update group, and I got a Deep Sea Dreamer Kickstarter group as well. I also have created tags for Instagram and for YouTube in case that I want to add tasks for those, which I probably will. Then at the third column, it's just habit trackers basically. I made them collapsible so that I can keep it quite tidy if I want it to be. So at the bottom is my social tracker, tracking like my follower count for my different accounts. We'll get into that in a second. And then I got a habit tracker for life and like life admin. So for daily tasks, I've got Klaus's morning walk. I always do that. The afternoon walk I don't always do because there are a lot of people out there and he is quite reactive. So I haven't really done a lot of afternoon walks with him. But we have a new session with our dog trainer tomorrow, and I'm hoping that that will give me the confidence, because after the last session I felt really confident to kind of take him out for walks. Then I've put for a daily task, do one cleaning task, because it just makes the whole week easier if you just do one little thing. One little thing. And then make food instead of ordering, particularly dinner. That is going to be a challenge, but we're gonna do it. I don't want to get too detailed on the life stuff. I know that's not why you come to my channel specifically, but I thought it would be interesting to see how I balance my small business and my life, and I keep it all on the same board rather than doing separate ones. Because if I have two separate ones, I know I'm just going to check one and leave the other one to die in the dust. To my art and work habit tracker. So on daily, I got things like drawing in my sketchbook in the morning, digital illustration, which is going to be like my more finished pieces to share on Instagram and make into products for the shop update. Share art on Patreon. I want that to be a daily thing, even if it's just like warm-up sketches or a picture of my sketchbook from the morning. Because I used to do that a lot, I don't do it anymore, and I want to get back into it. And then it's just short form content, like post a daily video to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. I probably will not be able to do that all in like the first week when I'm first getting back into it, but that's okay. It's like, it's a goal. And the reason you add a habit tracker is that so you can gradually work your way up to doing it every single day. And once you do it over and over, every single day, it becomes a built-in habit. You don't have to work so hard to achieve it anymore because it's a habit. And then Instagram stories. I used to do those all the time, and I always found that they were actually the most powerful, I think, in terms of building up suspense to my shop updates and product drops. So I want to get back into that because I feel like they're more curated, whereas my stories are not curated at all. I just snap a photo here and there. The reason I stopped was an iPhone bug, but I think it's time to just get over that now and recognize that I have to just work around it. And then weekly habits, I've only really put 2 down. One is take a class. I'd love to take a class every week. And finally, I have practiced 3D art in Blender. So I used to be really good at 3D sculpting, or like, you know, a mediocre 3D sculptor at least. And even though I don't have time in December to make a specific project or anything like that, I still want to practice, and I want to just get back into it, get a feel for the interface again, pick up some of the new tools that were not there when I used the software last. And that is my Notion setup for my monthly planner. Let me know if you think there is something crucial I'm missing, if you have recommendations on how I should do something better, or if you found something in here useful, feel free to copy me. I hope you found this useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. My neighbors are shouting at each other so much at the moment. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it useful or you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will be posting all throughout December this year and beyond. It was nice to have you here. I am so grateful for you. Bye!